And bam! That'll be the start of the new part for the YouTube video. Hi, YouTube. This will probably be a shorter one because of just the fact that that last part was super long. You see that? It's Kaine on the load screen there. She's kicking shit. Oh my god, look! Look at Emil! Oh, look at his samurai outfit!
My mind has been confusing her with my
That's incredible! Oh my god! I gave them the samurai outfits, I just unlocked it inside the world of whatever. And I forgot that it was immediately applied, because last time I didn't apply it until after I'd started. Oh, Emil gets his samurai outfit. Delve into Kaine's memories. I think we already did this, right? Kaine's dream yeah, we already did this. I just wanted to make sure that I'm not missing anything. Oh, I can fast forward through it. Oh my god. We can fast forward. That's cool. I'm just making sure that I haven't missed anything. Say because like I don't want to miss any of the story, you know, and I don't know how much is added for ending C here. I've heard the biggest change is the very, very end for Replicant, is that the actual ending is different, but I don't want to make sure I don't miss anything. So, because I know I did that one, and I know I did Daily Life. This was the thing that I took like this took like 30 minutes for me to read it all. And this is when she goes to town and gets the crayons. And this is when Grandma dies, I think. Which is super sad, but yeah, because the shade attacked her house. I like the inclusion of a fast forward so that you can like check and make sure that this is in fact what you've already read. And this is when Theron becomes a part of her. Ooh, nice outfit. On both of them, really. I want to see Kaine's whole outfit, but it looks pretty good. I got an interesting one, huh? Hi. What am I holding? Why was I holding that thing? I don't use it. I use Fool's Lament.
What anger this creature must have. How did it even survive these past 5 years?
I'm not gonna let this happen again. It dies today.
I love the outfit. The samurai outfit looks pretty heckin' cool. This might be my favorite one so far.
It's not the blade, but the skill of the user. Strike it down.
Get slapped. I will now cast Fist. And it will now cast Rip a Bitch Apart. Yeah. Emil looks so good. It's the hat that sells it. And then this is Kaine's dream for meeting Tyrion. Which, once again, we've already seen. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. And you gotta wish sunshine. I love the way that's just like just going as fast as it can.
Alive. Stay alive. Stay alive.
Grandma.
Kaine, you gotta live. You gotta come back to us.
Emil looks so good. Kaine's outfit looks pretty good too. That's pretty cool. I like the armor style. I definitely like this more than the other one.
You were the one calling me, weren't you?
You still recognize me?
Of course. I knew you right away.
Thank you, Kaine.
Welcome back, Kaine.
Wow. You grew up.
And turned into a samurai.
So, how long has it been?
5 years.
Any look?
We are still
By the...
Is that?
It's...
No.
I don't know. Nier's armor looks a little too bulky for him.
Kaine waking from her long petrified sleep.
Well, main character. I know, I keep calling him Nier. But like I said, that's like the community name for the character.
Our reunion was a happy one, and we let it wash over us like rain.
They never, like, say the name, especially because you name the character.
Until Devila and Popola had to go and ruin it all.
They had to go and ruin it all.
Are you...
Please, people.
This is crap, and you know... We know you...
People as
Faster, 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 faster. Like I said, we've already done this. This is all old stuff at the moment.
what is
Kaine never even...
As cool as it is, like I said, we've already seen it all.
I didn't get much sleep that night. For the first time in my life, I hated Devila.
And we cannot skip this.
For the first time in my life, I doubted Popola.
I'd assume, with the way they phrased it, I'd assume something's new for ending C. I'd assume there's at least some new stuff along the way.
They said and did what
Ending
they did
D,
to
however, I
separate
think it's... making an assumption here. It's probably the same as ending D for Automata,
to protect
where
it
it's just a
from
final
all
choice at the
shades.
end that makes it different and gives you, like, the other ending simultaneously afterwards as a result. That's just my assumption, though.
How can I blame Devila and Popola? In the end, I'm just as bad. Because I never once stopped to think about Kaine and Emil's situation myself.
We've already seen this as well. It's a great scene, but we have already seen it.
Should have popped, but good.
Like I said, if you've missed any of this, I have it all, like, everything not stated by the voice actors.
Yeah.
I tried.
Wait.
All spoken out.
I'm sorry.
Well, at
And
least
as for the
I-
voice
Not
acted
very
stuff from them, I let it all
This
play
happened,
out.
but my bot, but one, no matter.
She's.
Yeah.
Oh, heck, since I know Pack.
Let me get.
Okay.
Something, exclamation point YouTube if you want to watch all the old parts. They aren't updated yet, but they do exist. I forgot to check and see if I got the iron pipe. I don't even know what weapon slot it falls under, though.
And don't.
I need.
96%? Is it a one-handed sword? It is! We got it! Poggers! We have all the weapons now. Okay, sorry. We're one weapon shy. And it's the one from clearing the third floor of the thing here. We are level 35, though, so I think we could easily do that third floor now. Plus, we have this weapon beefed up a little bit. We got that better attack power word. You know what? Why don't we do that? In place of doing anything else. Also, we are nearly 40 hours into this game, based on playtime alone. But it's not all been on stream. That's not all been active time either. I'd say probably like at 30-ish minutes. It's probably just been AFK on stream time.
Yeah.
And then like another hour or two, probably like 3 total hours, was
Say that. Can you not hear me?
just farming shit off
Why are
stream.
you standing about like a slack-jawed ninny?
Sorry. Felt like I was dreaming or something.
Ah, sleeping
Father
on one's
Nier.
feet is quite the talent indeed. Come now. There's the door.
We are now the older,
Let's go.
angrier. But let's go. Let's go do the thing of the thing. The dream of the labyrinth of the dream labyrinth thing. As long as this memory exists, so long as mankind has hope, a bloody battle will be waged over the holy domain of the body. Ooh, do I have healing items? I'll be fine. Right? I don't think I'll be fine, Jet. I should probably get more healing items before I try this. We'll see how it goes. I'll try and like get through this section without using too many healing items. If I can do that, I'll probably feel confident about making it through the rest. It's a lot though. Yeah, alright. I should definitely get more healing items first though. I realized, once again, same problem I had last time. All my healing items like don't freaking exist.
I know.
Let me look at something really quick. I've guard resist and MP recovery rate. I wonder what physical strength. I wonder if physical strength makes me able to wield heavier weapons better. I'll take that as a yes. That is faster, huh? Am I crazy or is that faster? Alright, hey, we can do the test. We can do the test straight up. We can just remove those physical strength words. Alright, hang on. Let's get a good 2. Okay, so that's how that felt. Find the physical strength words. all the way up to 30%. Let's put that on here as well. That definitely is a little bit faster. Not by much, but it's noticeable. That is a little bit faster. It's not enough to feel like super impactful, but it is a lot. Alright, can I travel from town to town yet? No, the canal is not working. I think I'll delay doing the mission with the canal guy, so I can actually, like...
Oh, I pretty much.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
You let him.
Oh,
Alright. Talk to her for that. My out-of-tune whistling is for the Song of the Ancients. It's so good, I just love that music.
Oh,
look.
stop.
Yeah, you're.
It's. Oh, you. That's it.
But
So, yes, it. I up the fair. That should.
thanks. I feel I'm really all right.
And
Alright, so now I have the canal unlocked, so now I can use the canal to go buy more healing items and then go back into the dream diary. Like I said, I will say it's really interesting that Kaine is on the,
Path above the entrance to.
the Kaine is on the load screens now, just like last time Emil was on the
Another
load
canal
screens.
is finished. Hopefully this puts our days of running all over behind us.
The faster we can move, the faster we can save Yona. Let's use it as often as we need.
So I think I'm gonna delay doing the thing with the postman, so that we can actually have the not the postman. Well, I guess the postman as well. But the guy with the red bag.
Hey, sure.
I want to hear more of his dialogue this time.
Anyway.
Because like every other time we've done like the thing with the sea monster like immediately, and so he gets replaced immediately, so we never get to hear his dialogue. Supposedly, or at least I'd assume so, we should probably get some like extra dialogue with him because we like helped him with his marital troubles, right? Like logically that makes sense. Not crazy?
Yep.
Alright, that stuff's getting expensive. I should stop capping out all the time. I only really have like the 2 more playthroughs, and since like I said I'm assuming C and D are the same, I might just turn the game to easy mode. Easy mode for ending D. Just so I can blast through the story as fast as possible without using like all my healing items. All the time. I mean, like, I've beaten the game on hard 3 times now. 2 times now. 2 times now. Working on time 3. So I've beaten the game on, like, hard mode 3 times now. So I won't feel bad at all for,
Yeah.
The work.
World of the Recycled Vessel, World of the Recycled Vessel, World of the Recycled Vessel, World of the Recycled Vessel. One of these days I'm gonna freaking remember. Captain. Say plus, I also don't want to change it off hard because this... Ow, smacked my mic because I'm smart. Same dialogue. Because I still want to do this on hard. Because this is the... I think, I'm going to assume it's the last one. If it's not, I'll be shocked. I have stun interrupt, or stun resistance, so I like just don't get knocked around by these nerds. Let's put this bad boy back on. Knock him down. Can y'all stop with the just like massive walls of attacks? Oh my goodness, it's so much shit. I will say, you can tell this thing's now doing a lot more damage because it'll start one-shotting things as I'm knocking them down. Bonk. Bonk. Okay, that's totally a one-shot on the little guy, so if I can get him knocked down and then hit him with the, Oh, fudged that dodge up. I don't know why I said fudged. I say fuck all the time. I don't know why I randomly decided to censor myself. This isn't even rated as like a family-friendly stream. This is rated as mature audiences. We talk about mature subjects here, like taxes and vaccinations. And Yokotaro games. Those are mature, right? Right? Totally. They at least have banging soundtracks. One tarnation. That's a lot of lasers. Oh my god, I just walked into them like 3 times because I was trying to do that. Can you just die now? Answer to that is apparently no. Ah! That was weird. That bug is getting less and less common, but it still happens just often enough for me to notice. The, like, randomly losing control of my controller thing. Yeah, hey. I screwed up. Bonk. Die. Hi. You've got to be kidding me. It showed up. Did it spawn animation? While I was finishing off the other enemy.
I know.
And it just one-tapped me. Bruh. Alright, now I'm just mad. Alright, we're going back into the main story for a bit, because that thing kicked my ass. I guess maybe you get to be a higher level so that it'll be even easier. I said minimum 33. But that thing one-tapped me. So, like, I don't know.
Oh there! The lost shrine's up ahead, just past this cave.
As well as the Shadow Lord's castle.
Let us make haste.
I say we've heard this before. That's also different. That's a lunar tier on the load screen, huh? Weird. I don't know. I might end up having to swap to normal just to beat that thing. Because that thing just one-tapped. I guess I'm not using Dark Wall because I'm using like the knock-up, knock-down combo for mobs, but still. I don't know. Guess I'll do some, and you know, let's do it on stream just so that it's not like a, oh, you had to hear me tweet. Okay, so here's a wiki that talks about it. Remixes can be found there. DLCs, normal mode, smaller shades kill in one hit. On hard mode, you should be 20 plus for the first door, 25 for second, and 35 plus for the third. I am just barely 35, so I should probably be higher level than not be one shot, huh? Let's see what this one says. Does this one have any like level recommendations to not get bopped? Okay, nothing. That's not useful. Okay, let's see what this says. This one says they were level 50 and getting bopped. That doesn't exactly inspire confidence. Okay, so it sounds like I should do it after I unlock, probably like all the way at the end of the game, and do the Shadow Lord's castle. I was just reading some random Reddit posts of people bitching about it, because people always bitch on Reddit. Some of it seemed founded, some of it seemed like they need to just not be bad. Or realize that, you know, difficulty modes are there for a reason. If you're struggling too hard and not having fun, turn down the difficulty. Unless you're like me and you're an obstinate idiot who refuses. A lot of people were saying you should be using defensive items on the bosses, because otherwise they will just one-bop you if you get sideswiped wrong, which feels kind of bad, but I'd love to beat them on hard, just so I can say I did all the content on hard. But apparently 35 plus is like recommended for just like going in the first place, much less clearing it out, so I don't know. We'll see how high of a level I get from doing all the story content. And we'll see how difficult things feel on this playthrough and see if the difficulty went up again. Because going for ending B, I definitely felt the difficulty spike after getting A. definitely got harder. Oops, wrong weapon.
Get to bathe in blood.
Don't talk to me.
I want to kill so bad.
Yeah, Tyrion. Let's see. Whoops. Alright, let's see. Can I one-shot you after you're downed? Yup. Okay. So these things probably won't be that hard to kill. Yeah, okay. I totally one-bop like all the little guys. Regardless of whether or not I clear the diary on hard or not this time, I'm definitely changing my next playthrough / next ending to at least normal, if not easy.
All too easy.
Just because, like, it's the same. I will be shocked if C and D are different at all in terms of, like, in-game content. This is partially my bias from Automata sneaking through here. But, like, Automata had ending D, and it was literally ending C, but you chose the other option. Which, if you don't know what that means, it's fine. But basically, it was just that ending, but you chose the other option. I don't know, it should probably just go this way. Wait, can I shove you against the wall, actually? That'd probably be easier, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if this wasn't a similar thing. Where C and D are virtually identical, you just choose a side. What the sides would be, I have no idea, but... Like I said though, regardless of what it is, I'll probably like change the game down to normal mode, or if not easy mode, just I'll blaze through it super speedy. I have nothing to prove. I've beaten this game on hard twice now.
What's with these guys?
Certainly not your garden variety shade.
The only thing I really want to push for is trying to get that
Say, I've heard of this. A cursed area.
the Mim Diary, the dream of the vessel of the dream of? I'll get there eventually, Chad, don't you worry. I'll figure out the name. I said it out loud to myself like 6 times. I don't know what it is about the name. It does not stick in my mind. It's named very poorly. If you can't remember like a name that they gave something, like in a game, for example, then they didn't name it super well. Names are like supposed to be catchy. I'm not saying like that's like a terrible flaw. Oh no, game 0 out of 10 IGN. More of just like a minor annoyance of like, you could have named it something catchier. I think it's like World of the Recycled Vessel or some shit. Oh, I need to kill them, right? Yeah, I can tell I'm more powerful though. These things are getting deleted in here. Okay, so I think the difficulty spike as far as like the normal campaign goes probably stops after you clear it the first time. Why does not be stuck in a corner? Ay, ay, ay. Bonk. You gotta say, 2 playthroughs under the belt. Hard mode really doesn't feel like that different from normal mode felt. When I was first playing through, the biggest difference seems to be like how beefy enemies are, which like, that's kind of an okay to up difficulty, though it doesn't make it like the most interesting thing in the world. It is kind of hard to like change the way the combat just flows in this game though. I do suppose that is a form of difficulty in that you now have to be more perfect, right? You now just have to get hit less, use your healing items better, and be able to last through combat longer. Which is a form of difficulty in and of itself.
Emile? Look, from now on, I'm going to sleep outside with you.
Why?
I can't accept that
It's
you
not my
aren't allowed in the
favorite,
village.
but it is a thing.
It's stupid.
So you're staging a protest? Fun.
Don't waste your time.
I feel like the part that makes it hit a little worse than some other games is harder modes, in terms of like turning stuff bullet spongy E, is the fact that you have to level up to like stay on par with how squishy you are basically, and how not squishy they are. You basically have to get up to like maxed weapons to be able to like fight them normally.
Fucking image to maintain.
And get maxed words to make sure that you're actually dealing like okay damage.
By a mob of helpless puppies.
Just kick him aside.
As you can see though, this is the first time I think I felt like doing all of my like leveling and word farming and shit paid off. These guys actually die faster now. I feel like it's just like a minor problem with a lot of JRPGs in general, is that either the difficulty just like spikes towards the yeah, I wasn't trying to write a love letter, Vice. I was trying to finish the damn enemy. The difficulty either like hits way too hard on the easy side once you get all your builds and stuff online, where everything has to be super squishy for your super powerful builds to, you know, make you stay challenged. Okay, this is just him spawning in, and I'd assume that if anything new happened, it would show me.
What's going on? There's dozens of them!
These are creatures of the darkness. Lure them to the light. Pathetic to the end, I see.
Aim for that
It's
statue.
literally not taking damage yet, it seems. It is they who saved me! Okay, yeah, it's taking damage now.
Oh, you're funny. I'm gonna start crying.
Foolish creatures. You cannot hope to best me.
These little bastards just keep coming.
These creatures cannot abide the sun. Lure them into the light.
Oh, now I'm actually dealing damage. Even have a shield here? Yeah, it's a mechanic that they have, just like in this game in general. That's the stuff a lot of enemy has. So a lot of the more end-game, harder enemies will have those big ol' shields, just to make it really hard to just bop them with magic, because otherwise you could just like destroy them.
Have you felled the beast?
There
my friend.
This is what's
Ew, my face.
Damn it, damn it, damn it!
He doesn't really like hurt me that much though, does he?
feeling bad.
He hit me and I like, am I the boss now?
Back now. You gotta lust for blood. Embrace the slow.
Like, you seeing this? Like, he just full on hit me and I didn't take damage.
Ain't that right, Kaine?
Like, I can't see my health bar going down. Am I the boss now? Is he like the main character trying to fight me and I'm just too beefy for him to feel good? Kind of feels like it. I suppose this is what happens when I'm coming in here super decked out with all the 30% buffs, right? Oh, that did actually hurt me at the end there. I don't think I needed to heal for this guy at all. There was a shake. Yeah. Oh, I can skip this. I've already seen this, so I don't... So I've already seen, like, all of this, and as far as I know, nothing new happened there. I feel like if it was a new scene, it would show me, right? Like, logically. Like, that's just me killing it. And yeah, like, we just skipped over kind of going
No other choice. We
full
must
what's-his-face.
try
Hold, please.
Come back!
God, look how much damage you deal now. Like, I get it, I have a fully maxed out weapon that is a great sword, so it's gonna hit like a freight train on steroids, but still. Kinda nuts how much damage you deal. Even just by casting magic in place of hitting her.
Now, pin her down.
Kaine, please! Come back to us!
And see, like, I can even break her before anything else happens this time.
Oh dear.
She doesn't ever, like, get to regen. Ooh! I wonder if the sea monster fight will be different.
I can't.
We're always.
I feel
I
like...
don't care how I like sleep. I'm able to. I'm weak, and you're my friend.
I'm going really quick because, like I said, we've seen all this before. It's great stuff where we saw it the first time and the second time. I wonder if that means that I'll be able to kill the sea monster faster now. The girl who likes the postman. I wonder if I'll be able to kill her before the thing happens this time. So that she won't have a phase 2 and I'll just end it early.
And what?
It's me.
We'll find out,
How
right?
remarkable.
I'm sure, like, being overleveled for stuff,
Can you deter?
I think this is the here. I wrote down this frag. Given that you found it in the, there are spaces. The law, the loyal.
know all
the
this,
law-
know all this.
Not a, if we.
Oh,
They're just.
It's a.
Yeah, well,
But how can?
because she.
the junk heap.
Please be. Oh, and. Oh.
Let's start with the Forest of Myth this time, I guess, just to spice it up and do things differently.
Popola said we.
You will forgive.
So Forest of Myth has always been kind of a straightforward one, so let's just get it out of the way early, I guess. Let's end with the, well, no, let's not end with it. Let's do it a little later this time. The boatman. So we get to keep this guy a little longer.
Oh, there!
Ooh.
Looks like he left the village.
I don't think this happened last time.
Yeah. You think he'll be able to find all the fragments? If he doesn't, these past 5 years will have all been for nothing. Now that we know the location of the original Gestalt, the Shadow Lord, we have to stop his rampage. I can't believe the Shadow Lord ran off and holed up like that. I worry the shades who guard the key fragments will pose too much of a threat. Maybe so, but we're pretty much out of options at this point. You having second thoughts, sis? No. The plan is all that matters. We must see the plan to completion. He is simply a tool to that end.
That's new. That's definitely new. That was 100% new dialogue. Because I do not remember that happening before. Obviously, it can't happen on playthrough 1, right? But it didn't that also didn't happen on playthrough. Maybe they're like trying to give you more time to let Devla and Popola being who they are sink in before they throw that at you like mid-campaign. Well, not campaign, mid-story progression. Or maybe it's the order that I'm doing stuff. I doubt that. I feel like that's not something that they'd want to hide behind what order you do story stuff in, but...
The home of that blasted dream.
Yeah.
Truly a nightmare I hope never to work. Did you...
Exactly the same, exactly the same. All exactly the same.
We are the grass, the trees, the woods.
That sounds even more clear this time.
Nothing but odd people lately.
You should talk, Vice.
As if Grimoire Weiss is capable of spouting such nonsense.
Hang on. I don't think it's done.
Is the dark entity that governs all memories. May the words form themselves to your liking.
Does that mean it'll tell us what
That sounds more clear this time. I could be a little crazy though. I can't fast forward this, so have to mash buttons. Look at my memory. Then beyond words. Yep, same as last time. Deep brown eyes. Don't forget brown eyes this time, chat. That's envy, so we got brown eyes. This is exactly the same as last time. Brown eyes, 63 companions. Exact same as last time. Well, not literally. Brown eyes, 63. It appeared to be a shade. Brown and 63. So this is all the exact same so far. None of this is new. None of that was new.
What? I just went with the... unless...
And there's the tree memory fragment.
Popola, perhaps we...
Yeah, let's go to the junk keep real quick. I don't know why I don't do that one early more often. Or didn't. That didn't give me like any experience points. Sedge. I guess I could stop and fight stuff, but like I just don't get much XP from things. I feel like if I'm gonna end up doing the diary, I'm probably just gonna have to find a way to play safer. I'll probably end up like swapping out all my skills. I would probably end up using Dark Wall for one. And then what is Dark Gluttony? I don't remember. Oh, maybe Dark Phantasm with Dark Wall. That could be interesting. So I could like do this and then just go like Dark Phantasm. Bam. Okay, it doesn't seem that good, the Dark Phantasm. Seems to basically be like a single weapon hit worth of damage. I don't know what would pair well with this though. Maybe just Dark Gluttony? How does this even work? Do I just hold it? Oh, I just hold it and then I absorb magic attacks. Okay. I could just go super defensive and then just use my weapon to kill everything. So okay, so that's just like I hold it and it works. Okay. Maybe I could use Dark Hand and just slap a bitch. That could be fun. I'm just trying to spice it up a little bit. I love Dark Lance. It's one of my favorite things of Magic in the game. It feels so satisfying. However, it doesn't seem to be that good in the diary. Does not seem to be that good in the diary. Probably just a case of they just have so much HP in there because it's meant to be like an end game challenge for someone who's beaten the game once or twice. What do I know?
Damn! Where'd they go?
Okay, I've seen this. I don't feel bad skipping it. Can't skip this, so we're going to click our way through the shade, meeting his buddy. I said, this is like a half speed run. So I'm still trying to pay attention for when new stuff pops up, but we already saw all this in the last playthrough, and that was so recent because it only took us a couple of days to go through playthrough B, or Route B. So all of that is super fresh.
The junk heap. Perhaps we should speak to the brothers.
Perhaps
They
we
might know
should.
something about this.
Oh, you.
Oh,
My.
oh.
It's. I need. What it. You heard me. Not the little. No, all I want. Just. Never mind.
Yeah.
I thought.
A very powerful weapon.
Don't we already have this weapon?
Shh. These things happen the second time around.
Yeah. It can you. I can. If you'll. I'm gonna. Only. Also.
Some memory alloy.
I'm gonna. Only the. What can I help?
I wonder what you need to level up the iron pipe, and it doesn't. It doesn't get any better, chat. You see that? Its power doesn't go up. It stays 179. Huh? Does it just not get more powerful? What's the... I like stuff like that, and it's like, it makes sense as to like why you can get it, but like I kind of don't get why it's like that. You know? Like, why does it level up to then not actually level up? Yeah, well, who knows? I already have the memory alloy, so I'm just leaving.
The older lad, he was but a child.
Already seen this, so we're just gonna go through it very quickly. Because we are friends. Yay! Sadness. Kind of being on the load screens is still quite interesting to me. Wait, hang on, I'm not full HP. There we go, now I'm full HP.
And since... Well, this is no sense. That would...
Alright, let's leave.
Disappears.
Maybe Popola's found some info.
Very well.
Oh, now we're just forced into going to talk to Popola. Okay. I was wondering how that was gonna go. Man, this is really fast when you know what you're doing, huh? And you just go from spot to spot, not needing to do any side questing or looking for weapons or anything along the way. Crazy fast. Bonk. I gotta say, I do enjoy the samurai armor. It's pretty cool. I kind of wish I had chosen it for the previous playthrough. I was paying attention to cutscenes more. So then I could get to see everyone in their samurai armor more often. Ooh, this is new. This has got to be new. 100%. I don't remember this at all.
Hey, Sis. How goes the code breaking? Harder than I expected. It's going to take some more time. More importantly, how is the child who drifted ashore getting along?
Huh?
Right on schedule so far. I mean, we knew she was powerful enough to destroy an entire ship. But now she's grown even stronger. There is one thing, though. She's started to obsess over becoming human. If that's a problem, we need to nip it in the bud. If the Shadow Lord resists the plan, we'll need her power to defeat him.
Oh.
I know, Popola, I know. Jeez, relax, will ya? It's a fool's dream, and we both know it. She doesn't have a receptacle, so she can't become human, no matter how badly she wants to.
Yikes, that's... Woo, that's dark. That is dark. They knew the entire time that she couldn't become human. And they probably never told her. Oof. That is rough. Poor kid. Well, not really kid, but kind of kid. Like, she has one of those mental age of child things, I suppose. Seemingly.
Learned anything new about the...
You know, you remember...
That depressing...
Not so much. I just got...
Interesting that even, Oh, interesting.
That's right.
You're amazing.
I'm afraid...
The area, and now they've not only opened...
So
trade-
if you do it this way, they just shove you into the area super early.
Won't get Yona. There are shades there.
Well, if... Try speaking with the...
Interesting.
Try speak...
So they just shove you towards the area if you do things in this order. I don't really have a choice in the matter, huh? Okay, then there he is. There he is. Okay, I was gonna say, is that guy not there? Oh, he is. He is. All right. Well, I suppose we're doing things in a super different order this time around. Because Aerie is just getting forced to be earlier. Because we skipped the Forest of Myth. Weird. But I do think that's going to be where I'm going to end the stream. I am just tired, and I don't want to get wrapped up in the whole Aerie storyline. And get going through all those fights and stuff. So this is going to be the end of the stream. And the end of this part of the YouTube video. So, bye YouTube. Sub, like, all that cool stuff. If you wanna.